Everyone to another podcast. As long as you guys woke up today, you know what I'm about to say. You're alive, you're blessed, you're beautiful. As long as you guys wake up before 5 o'clock this morning, you're ahead of the game. As long as you guys wake up 4 o'clock this morning, you're ahead of the game. As long as you guys wake up 3 o'clock this morning, you're ahead of the game. And if you wake up 2 or 1 o'clock, you're already there for some reason. I don't know. But when you get so determined and so successful in trading, your time is completely different from the matrix time. So if you wake up at 1 a.m. and start your day, you could, because time is just an illusion. The reason why we're talking so much about time and numbers is because we're going to talk about what successful traders do every morning. What successful traders do every morning. We could even remove the word successful, because in this journey, there's no such thing as you can succeed. There's no such thing as you can succeed. For example, you could wake up, take a trade, still lose a trade, but regardless, you still got to wake up and do what you're doing. Because, and I believe in the first podcast I mentioned, trading is a door. When you open this door, guys, it's no going back. So remove trading from part of your day and just wake up and do a normal day without trading, right? So what successful traders do every morning, right? If you guys out here wants to win, don't stress it. It ain't magic, it ain't luck. I compare it before the bamboo, right? I always compare my life to a bamboo. Before any chart, guys, before it all started, when you guys wake up in the morning, because I always I believe I give you guys my breakdown of how I do my routine. So when you guys wake up, like, don't just jump on social media. Like, if you think about it, when you wake up, your brain, well, your conscious haven't observed nothing yet in the world, because you just wake up. So why the first thing is you're going to do is grab your phone. The only way you should grab your phone is to probably turn off the alarm. After that, just wake up, pray, wash your face, do some push-ups, get your entire blood moving, sit in silence, meditate. One fascinating skill I did before every podcast. Normally what I do, I sit down 5 minutes just in silence and let my brain just flow and see what ideas, what thought came up. So today it came up to tell someone, you guys ain't shit. Because I was sitting there silent. I'm like, why am I sitting here in silence? Because I entered the spy today for a trade. I hit take profit. Today was pretty much the quickest trade I ever took. 2 fat ass green candlestick. Because pretty much, if you trade out there, it's because US agree with Japanese for a 50% trade. So if you guys trade the S&P 500 right now, or the QQQ, if you guys took the call by 10:40, 20 minutes from now, you guys will look at the candlestick and see what I'm talking about. Today it's June 23rd. So you guys will see what I'm talking about if you go in the chart. So I was lucky enough to catch the entire trade. But I'm here talking this podcast. Why am I talking to no one? I'm just talking to a screen. I'm behind here yapping about people I don't even care about. But that's what we're going to do, guys. I would say tomorrow morning how to fix this. So since we're already here, right? We already here. And the journey have to start tomorrow, especially if you already trade, right? So tomorrow morning, let's just do this, right? Before you touch your phone tomorrow, we're gonna sit in silence for 5 minutes. As soon as you wake up, pray, sit in 5 minutes, 5 minutes, right? Visualize your goal, which you write down the previous night before, right? Re-image on your wall, like your affirmation. Read those images to yourself. It might not help, right? You might not see it help, but it's a small key component that's gonna build you up into eventually, right? So this is what we want to do, right? Check the calendar. This pretty much the rundown of pretty much how you can plan your full trading day. So your full trading day pretty much start from 3 a.m. So sorry for you guys who wake up at 5 or you wake up at 4. You need to be up at 3. Why don't you be up at 3? That's where the market opens. You're gonna see the pre-market open at 3. You don't really need to be up at 3, but think about it. Money is moving. Why are you still sleeping? At least anything before 3 o'clock, yeah, you can sleep. But the market open at 3 a.m. So why is you still sleeping, right? At least wake up to see what it is first. Do your workout. So normally what I do, 3 to 5, I just woke up, I do my morning routine. I already tell you the routine, so I don't have to go back that shit again. But at 5, I go on the chart, because 5 o'clock, it gives you enough time from 3 a.m. to 5:30 to 5 to mark up the higher highs for the day, the higher lows, because I also trade off the other folder, which is the 6 lines, which is the open break retest, right, which is 6 lines, the previous day high, pre-market high, pre-market low, and then I go to the gym, do the center 6. When I come back 8, I chill, shower, get something to eat, come back at 8:30, mark up the previous high, mark up the previous low. Then after that, I leave the computer screen and go mind my business until 9:30 to 10. Then I come back on the chart. Then I see where my lines is. I look for my breakout structure. I look for my retest, and simply that, I just enter the trade, right? The routine today will just be mainly about routine. Like, if you guys structure, guys, think about it, right? It's 24 hours in a day, right? Get a piece of paper and write numbers 1 to 20, right? And see how many hours do you control in those 1 to 24. Because if you work a 9 to 5, that's 9 to 5, that hour's gone. You got to go to sleep this particular hour. You have to do this hour. You have to take care of the kids this hour. See how many times left in those 24 hours and how much of those hours that remaining are you applying into your life, right? Trading also comes with journal, right? If you guys don't want to journal, what you guys could do is simply record the screen, record the trade. Like exactly right now, I record the screen what I took. So I even have the screen. If you the screen of me taking the trade. If you guys want to see the trade, no, you know what? I don't care. No, I'm not saying doing shit. No, you're not seeing shit. Fuck off. So build your morning checklist, build your routine, and tomorrow you just rinse and repeat. But today, make sure, guys, always use your stop loss and always use your risk management, right? Because without risk management, without you controlling the money, because you know who become more profitable in becoming a trader? The person who have more capital, who stay in the game longer. It's not really about making money, right? The goal should never be about making money. It should be about stop losing money. Because the more you stop losing money and you get the wisdom, all of this is gonna add up, right? So I'm gonna tell you guys, I would tell you guys, we could start tomorrow. But why start tomorrow when you can just start now, right? For example, if you guys look into this podcast right now, right, I would say, all right, tonight go home and journal and write down this. But I don't care. Who is me to tell you what to do with your life? This is just about trading, but at least I'm telling you what I did. So if I did it, and you know it's a saying like, follow the people who you want to go, right? I can't speak for the person who listens to this and like this is my lifestyle. I can't tell you guys my lifestyle. I can't even complain. Me talking to you guys is pointless. Because at the end of the day, guys, me doing this podcast is really pointless. But let's really do a quick recap, right? What it really takes to be a successful trader, it takes your life. It takes the door to hell. It takes the doors to rock bottom. It takes the sacrifice of you got to sacrifice your family. You got to sacrifice your loved one. You got to sacrifice your relationship. You got to sacrifice your heart, your mind, your soul. Because there's no one is going to understand. No one's going to get you. And the part about it, you can still not be successful. Not because you're doing everything that I said or what you think is going to be a successful trader, listening to podcasts, listening to speaker. And even if you're doing action, congratulations for actually doing the action, right? And you're still not seeing results, that's just life. But the fascinating, I love the word fascinating, man, shit. And the word, and like what's fascinating about it, at least when you die and your deathbed, you can say, shit, I don't have no regret. Because why? God grant me the ability and the talent to, change the family bloodline, which I did because I have the wisdom, I have the knowledge, I have the cash flow, and then somehow I just died. But at the end of the day, we all gonna die regardless, right? So you can never be successful. There's no such thing as what a successful trader do. The people who become successful, who to say they're successful? Right now, you already are successful. You're just chasing. For example, if it was no social media, let's remove social media, right? Let's say it was no social media, and you could have never see the life of a trader. You don't know what the life of a trader is, right? You don't know what the life of a trader. Would you still chase being a trader? If you don't know the highlights, the posts, would you still be? But you just, as people not really chasing trading for what they're really chasing it. They chasing it. That's why let's go back to why people not really profitable, because they're not chasing. You're not chasing nothing. Look at it as a car seat, right? When you're in a car seat and you press the button, or you push the button side, how the car seat go front or back, right? Your life is one of those car seats, and it's just moving forward. It's moving. But the thing about it, right? It's moving slow. You want it to move fast, but at the end of the day, your life is still moving, and it's moving in the right direction. So, like I said, remove people posting the yachts, the vacation, the Monaco, but that life really is better than being stuck in on this word piece of shit on hell right here, though. So I can't even blame you if that's the reason why you get into trading. Cause shit, why not? Like, why not? Someone else have it. You're not gonna be the first person to accomplish this, to be honest with you. So why not get it? People are gonna be like, oh, it's materialistic things. Shut up. I want it. You had to you if you could have get it, you could have get it, but you're in a situation where you can't. But I could get it, especially when I could just put it through a what LLC, put it through a trust, put it through a corporation. I'm the trustee. I don't even own it, so it's not even that wouldn't even be the problem when you have the wisdom to know how to acquire it than just buying it. Because if I buy it, just depreciate. But if you lease it, it's gonna always then you can turn it back in. As long as you have the wisdom, all of this materialistic things you can accomplish it. Even though people be like, oh, follow the Lord. Yes, I did. Trust me, I followed the Lord. Only him and me was in this journey. So there's really no such thing as a successful trader, guys. You define what is success for you. You can be successful now as a trader, but you're not even knowing because you're chasing someone else's success. You're chasing, because for example, right, let's say you do take a trip to Monaco, right? You go to Monaco, you come back. Now you have an experience in Monaco, sure. You buy the yacht. You got to drive. How many times? If you buy for example, guys, if you guys are buying this yacht, the jet, the boats, please learn to operate it. Please learn to operate it. You'll be a stupid fool trader. You'll be stupid. This will be the only decision. It's stupid in trading. If you guys ever become successful / profitable, whatever you guys define successful in your imagination, and decide to acquire a yacht, a jet, a chopper, a tank, whatever, because as long as you're a trader, anything is money don't matter as long as you're a trader, right? But at least please learn how to drive and operate these systems, because let's think about it. Worst case scenario, the two drastic worst case scenario on Earth could happen is zombies take over the Earth, right? Zombies take over the Earth, and second, aliens come down. Those are two drastic conversations that, yeah, people think it's crazy, but they people. At least now you can drive in your car, you can fly to your plane, and you can take off. You can drive to your boat, you can take off. You only need you don't need a pilot, you need a boat. Also, learn some languages. Pick up Spanish, French, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, and Italian. Thank me later. Other than that, mind your business.